Okay, next game was the Riders and the Red Blacks. What may baffle you is that Ottawa took a lead in this game, but that's jumping ahead. Well, sure, we are going to jump ahead to tell the final score, but then we go back to the start. The Riders have won. The Riders won that game 40-22. 40-22. No, 42-20, excuse me. I realized something was wrong. I did that. So, yeah. What do I think? What do I think about the game? It was a good game. Well, if you're the team that wears green, if you're a team that wears red and black, aka the Red Blacks, your winless season goes. So, not so much. Ottawa kept it competitive and low scoring through the first half. They only allowed Saskatchewan 13 points. They only scored 6 themselves, but their defense held them in for as long as they could. I think it's quarterbacking. Like, they don't have a truly good starter. Or, like, this is a difference I'm going to bring up. Like, sometimes you'll have a seat filler as a quarterback, and sometimes you have one of the best quarterbacks. Right, it depends what situation you're in. Ottawa, they're not in a good situation. And so, you know, I can't tell if McLeod, Bethel Thompson, or Jake Mayer. I think it was Jake Mayer playing in this game. Yeah, because the Riders were his old team. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And so, yeah. Yeah, Ottawa. They even took a lead at the start of the third quarter. That was the most positive moment of this game for the Red Blacks. But then the inevitable happened. The Riders took over. But I'll mention something else when I talk about the next game, because I don't want to spoil anything. But the Riders took over and absolutely put on a show. It was back and forth for a while, and then the Riders just took it over completely. Ottawa struggled to hold on to the football in a key moment, and the Riders just, okay, and we'll take this now. So, Saskatchewan wins 40-22. We're going to move on to probably the best game, Montreal and Edmonton. Okay, folks. Montreal hosts Edmonton. The one team Davis Alexander has lost to, and it wasn't even in regulation. So in regular circumstances, Davis Alexander is still an undefeated quarterback. And he beats the Elks this time. It was kind of ugly. High scoring, but it was not pretty for the Elks. Montreal all beats Edmonton this time around. Let me just fix this in here. 48-30. 48-30. Edmonton still managed 30 points, but Montreal was in control of the game however they wanted to, when they wanted to. And any positive stat or any dominant stat you could think of went Montreal's way this afternoon in game. Yeah, they're that good. But I'm not kidding you. They are that good. Like, they're so good. Like, I picked them to win the Grey Cup this year, and I think they're going to get a free pass to it, because, well, oh, God. I had to answer something. Hey, never mind. Anyway, so, Montreal, like, they're so good, like, they're, like, if the season ended today, season ended today, I'm at a loss for words. I'm sure Alouettes fans are quite pleased with how this goes. Like, and if this is the Grey Cup matchup, you see, like, never mind the Grey Cup. Like, let's talk about, like every other team even side-eyeing this logo on the schedule. Other teams, other fans will want to look away. Yeah, like the only team that might even put up a fight to them is Saskatchewan. Well, I guess Edmonton too, but going forward would be Saskatchewan because they don't play Edmonton anymore in the regular season. And Edmonton, this is back-to-back losses now. This is the first time this season. But usually they'd be, how do I say, like 1-8 this point of the year. Past Elks teams would have let Montreal score 80 on them. But Montreal, they're in a league of their own. On Edmonton, sure, getting blown out is shameful, but Edmonton, they should look on the bright sides because there are a lot of them in 2026. Because Edmonton, they started 3-0. They have a winning record. They're in contention for the West. So much so, there's probably only 3 teams that are going to do it this year. Like, there's no other way to put this. Edmonton's one of the top teams, but Montreal is by far the top team. Let's move on to Hamilton, BC. Oh, and a side note before we start talking about Hamilton, BC, because of the writers saying, oh, we're going to take control and take the West Division now. Okay, I kind of spoiled that there. Yeah, the Riders are in first place. I wanted to break. Anyway, now we speak about Hamilton going to British Columbia. This is, what is BC's second home game? Nathan Rourke, James Butler were back healthy, but they were not nearly as good as people hoped they would. And I would know that because I was at the game. And a lot of people were disappointed when Nathan Rourke was missing throws. But BC still won the game, 27-24, off a last-second field goal. It was one of 2 last-second field goals. Hamilton missed theirs. Okay. BC started with a touchdown. Hamilton countered. But then it kind of got sloppy in the middle of the game. It got boring so much so it was like... Was it 14 and a half? I think it was. I think 14 and a half. But the game got sloppy until the very end. Like, Hamilton, I can't remember the guy's first name at quarterback. Yeah, that's a situation Hamilton's been in for weeks now. Oh, and it's honestly sad, because, we want to see Bo Levi Mitchell. We wanted to see something similar to the game that we had in Vancouver between these two last year with the one-handed catch. We didn't get that. We got far from. Although, for the people in Vancouver, they probably want BC to win. So, they'll take a win, get it. Hamilton fans, I don't think they'll be very happy. Their quarterback's been out for a month. We don't even know if he's returning. And so far. We don't know when he's going to come back. It's not a matter of if, it's when. But yeah, Hamilton is struggling without Bo Levi Mitchell. If they had Bo Levi Mitchell, they probably would have kept the ball for more possessions, and they probably would have a bigger win or a win rather than a loss. But BC, they've started to get back into it. Nathan Rourke, he wasn't nearly as good as Keaton Slovis. When Nathan Rourke misses the throw, he misses it by a wide margin. He's forcing all or nothing onto himself. Other quarterbacks don't generally do that. It kind of reminds me of Kyler Murray a little bit. Because, yeah, Kyler makes a missed throw. He misses it bad. Not trying to knock my Cardinals former quarterback. He got a starting job with the Vikings. I just want to throw that in there. But, back to Hamilton and BC. James Butler couldn't get going. And when the quarterback is struggling, the wide receivers are just left out there to dry. They're just left clueless. It's because they can't get to the ball. It's tough on the receivers then. But BC, they mustered back-to-back wins. They're starting to climb in. And they might get 4th or 3rd now that Calgary lost. And, well, actually, maybe it might hold off because Winnipeg's playing Ottawa next week. Yeah. But Hamilton beats BC. Or not. BC beats Hamilton, excuse me. What am I thinking? Hey, it's unlike week 3, actually, where Hamilton had Believe in Mitchell and beat the brakes off of the Lions. They beat the brakes. And this is the same Lions team that got the brakes beat off them in that game. So, yeah, but BC counters with a win in this week. In 27-24. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.